Hi there, Toby. Hope you're having a great day today. Great day today. Is your video lesson. Two things I want to talk about. I'll go down that list, and if you have questions at the end or want me to look at anything, feel free to shoot a message on over. So let's get to it. So let's build off of the bluegrass intro that we had last time. I'm glad you're digging the lesson. It's a lot of fun stuff, and so what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you another fill that's a little bit longer, break down what's going on in the fill. That way you can recreate this stuff and make your own if you want to. And then how do you use these in the song, or how would you combine them with what you're doing, say with, for example, for Cripple Creek. Other thing too for Cripple Creek, I wouldn't wait too long on learning how to play the melody of the song. Because if you're going to play the tune, what you do, you might play the backup on the chords, but then you might take a little lead with the melody line too, so it's worth your while to learn that. It should be, there's tabs and I think standard notation, but you should be fine with the tabs. The most complicated thing in there is an eighth note, but I think if you listen to the song, you'll get that melody down. If not, we can talk about it next time. So cool. So number one is another bluegrass. It's not pentatonic; it's actually major. But so this one here uses a note that's outside the pentatonic scale. And I could have talked about it in this video, but I feel like that would have been confusing if you couldn't ask questions back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this lick right here. And then what we'll do next time, remind me, I'm going to explain to you what's happening with this extra note that's not found in the E minor pentatonic or G major pentatonic scale. And usually with my bluegrass students, this is a conversation we have at this point anyway, so it's a good fit for what you're trying to do. So the lick is this. We have, let's see, remember that? I'll do it one more time without the mess up in the beginning. Right, so there's the lick in and of itself. The first thing we have here is a 0 to 2 hammer on. And then a 2, 0, 2. So we have a 3 note and then a 3 note pattern. Without the hammer on, it sounds like this. 0, 2. I wonder what that's from. It's a 3-note sequence. Remember before I was talking about how like I can teach this stuff and like a little bit of bluegrass, a little bit of blues, a little rock and roll, all that kind of stuff. Is that really at the end of the day they're using the kind of the same stuff. Right? 3-note sequences, cage chords. We haven't gotten there yet. The same chords, pentatonics, major scales. They're using all the same stuff. It's just how they say it is different, right? Different tone on the guitar, a different sort of phrasing, right? So it really comes down to a lot of it's the same stuff. That's why we can switch between blues and bluegrass and rock and country and all the other stuff, pretty effortlessly, because it's really a lot of the same material, right? Now, at the higher levels, the high soloing stuff, they are using stuff that is maybe unique to, like, say, Jerry Garcia is using this technique that they might not necessarily use in, like, jazz or something like that. But by and large, it's a lot of the same stuff. So the first thing that happens there is a 3-note sequence. And then we have this next little pattern, 0, 1, 0, 2. Now, I'll talk next time about that, why that 1 is there. Just know that it works for today, and I promise we'll have that conversation. That right there is a 4-note pattern. So we start off the lick with a 3-note sequence, and then we picked 4 note, and we had a 4-note pattern afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then end on a G right there. Right? That works for a lot of these things. That's me taking the first little idea there and doing the 0, 2, 0. Right? And then you combine it. So they're like little Lego pieces that you can mix and match. So if you want to do that first we did last week, then we have this. So I would take the licks that we did last time and take these, and you just bust them apart. Like, just take this idea and repeat that a lot, combine it with the first one, and then you start having yourself like a lick bag of, like, you might have like 20 different things you like to do, and you just insert them in different spots as you see fit. So do that this week with these fills. Find yourself a little bluegrass backing track in G. Just type in bluegrass backing track in G major, and you can just kind of jam over top of that, or you can put yourself in the looper and play Cripple Creek. Ready? Find a Cripple Creek backing track. Next thing would be combining the bum diddy pattern with these fills. And so for that right there, say for example, we have the G chord. I might do two bum, oh. Come on. So just to get used to the idea of switching between chords and a little riff, what I would do this week is practice doing two bum ditties, bum diddy, and then the riff. So just get used to that idea. Before we start throwing into songs of Cripple Creek where you have to switch between chords, do two bum diddy patterns followed by either the ones you did last week or combining with one of the new ones. You can, like I said, you can take these apart and just do this pattern right here a bunch of times and then go back into the bum diddy pattern. Work on that stuff for me, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Take care.